TikTok. I'm gonna start that over. But anyways, my name is Ira Cross. This is First Mic, where we talk to comics about their first time on stage. Today, we got Cam Steele. Messed up my TikTok, dick. Just start over. Man, that was like 30 seconds gone. Trend, bitches. As you've already heard from this wonderful, amazing person, we have Cameron Steele, ladies
How you
and
guys
gentlemen.
doing? Thank you guys. Once again, thank you guys so much for having me on. I've been wanting to be on since I saw this first show. Well, since I saw your episode with Tia Santa Maria.
Okay.
I was like, yo, like, first of all, she's fine as shit. But
Everybody says that.
She is. But like the quality of the production and stuff like that, like y'all are really killing it. I'm very happy to see you guys. So I'm very happy to be here. That's not a joke. I'm very happy to be here.
No, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm gonna push some of that off onto Brandon, because
Brandon, that's the guy behind the camera.
That's the guy behind the camera and the sound. Brandon makes sure we sound good, we look good.
That's the man after my own heart. I actually went to school to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, it's anybody who, like, people always appreciate it when they see it, because it genuinely does look and sound good. Oh, yeah. But the people who know really appreciate it because they get what goes into it, the experience, all of that.
I used to have my own podcast when I was still in school. I had a podcast called The Lion's Pit because I was doing radio. And my stage name was King Simba.
Okay.
Because there was already a Cameron there, and she was a girl, and she was also fine as shit. So like I gave her. Shout out to Cammie Justice, who works for the Cleveland Browns, but she was there, and I was like, okay, I got to do something that like makes me nothing like nobody else. So I chose a mythical lion, and
That's fair.
I was gonna have the podcast was gonna be called The Lion's Den, but there was already a porn shop by that name.
Yeah.
So I chose The Lion's Pit. So
yeah,
and my man Jacob Ruscio, who is now a renowned filmmaker out here doing festivals and shit. When I met him, when I knew him, he was making like $1,500 a week filming weddings. And he would like give me a crazy discount to film podcast episodes.
Oh, wow.
So like shout out to Jake Ruscio. So
that's dope. Hell yeah. So first question.
Yes, sir.
I was going to ask you what made you want to be on First Mic, but I feel like you kind of answered, but I'll let you elaborate if you want.
Yeah, like I said, I've been a fan of you guys. The first episode I saw of yours, I don't know how many episodes you put out before that, but the first one I saw was Tia's.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this? Like, and once again, I thought you guys were somewhere else because the quality was that goddamn good.
Yeah.
Not shitting on nobody else's podcast, but I really thought y'all were like in LA or something like that. I was like, I wonder how far I got to drive to go see these niggas. And so, but then I found out y'all were local. I was like, what the figgity fuck? And then y'all kept coming out, and y'all kept coming out, and y'all kept coming out.
Yep.
And y'all kept having all my favorite people on. Y'all had Freddie Simone on.
Yeah.
Y'all had Barack on, all these other people. I was like, yo, I got to get on that show.
Mm-hmm.
And, at the time I had like, I still have a pretty big platform on TikTok. So I would assume my arrogant ass was assuming that, eventually they'll come to me because, I'm the shit. I'm the sugar honey iced tea. I'm the shit. Y'all gonna come to me, but then you didn't. And I was like, okay, well maybe I should just humble myself and ask these niggas. And you said, hey, and one of y'all said, hey, like, thank you for reaching out. We know who you are. Like we'd love to have you on. Just keep in touch. I was like, all right, cool.
Yes.
So then you finally hit me up. He was like, hey, what are you doing in June? I was like, not a goddamn thing.
I'm available.
I'm available. What's up?
I really so appreciate you saying that, because we don't have everybody on.
You don't
intentionally, and
y'all don't give a fuck.
We do.
Y'all niggas is bougie, and I love it.
We are bougie. I will say that. We are definitely bougie. But what I will say is that it's not to hurt people's feelings. It's to bring the quality of Columbus comedy.
I understand exactly.
Right?
I understand exactly.
It's very intentional, because I mean, there's so many comics that are in the city, which is awesome. And the comedy scene, we're a part of it at this point, in a way of, like, I think one of the ways that I mentioned is, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know I said it like twice to you, but it's kind of like we're like the cool family friend to comedy in Columbus.
Hell yeah.
Like we're not really we know of the drama that's going on, but we're not in the
y'all
drama.
Are like honorary members.
Literally.
Honorary members.
For sure. And it's very intentional in that aspect. I
appreciate that.
Like,
man.
people have asked me if I want to go on stage. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. At one point I was interested, but now I'm like, nah, this is what we do. We got to keep this
I look
going.
at y'all are like the DJ Vlad of comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And here's what I mean. Like, y'all aren't like, because DJ Vlad is not a nigga, but like niggas like him.
They do.
I love DJ Vlad.
Yeah.
I hope I'm never not on DJ Vlad for this, but like
that part.
I feel like sometimes he can get get too comfortable, but like, you know what I'm saying? But you know.
Yeah. We know where we stand in comedy. We're here to help comedy and push comedy along in Columbus, Ohio, and bring it to another level. But we're not here to, I don't know. We definitely are here to critique. I will say that in a positive way. In a positive way, we're here to critique.
Yeah, you can have correction without humiliation.
That part. That's a great way to say it. So no, thank you for that for sure.
Yeah, I love y'all, man.
Keep doing it, man.
Yeah. Anytime you guys want me on, y'all got me. I'll fuck with y'all.
All right, next week we're gonna have Cameron Steele back on to talk about some real shit.
Hey,
this one's fun though.
I'm with it. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, next week is G Davis technically. Boom, there it is. That's next
Shout
week.
out to G Davis, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, you should have her name is Top Sana Little Star. She's out of Dayton. You should have her on.
Yeah. You said she's in Dayton, right?
Yeah, she's funny as fuck too.
Got you. And we've had people from out of the city come in.
Yeah.
So.
In that case, you should have Marcus Martin on, Ulysses Dickerson. Those are my comedy mentors. All my comedy OGs. You know, have them on. You know.
Yeah. So luckily this is on video because I don't remember any of these people.
It's okay.
Because he said so many.
I'll send you
names.
all of them. He
gonna message me. We got this. Anywho, all right. Next question. So I love that. What made you get into comedy?
Well, I went to the University of Akron and I wanted to do radio. And the reason why I wanted to do radio is because I saw that Don Cheadle movie Talk to Me. And I was like, I can do that.
Yeah.
And the Breakfast Club at the time was like just starting to pop.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is like 2013, 2012. So the Breakfast Club was just starting to pop.
Yep.
And, originally I wanted to be a cop. But then all these cop murders started coming out. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit. And then originally I wanted to be a cop because I saw Bad Boys and Rush Hour and I thought it was going to be like that. And my mother being the responsible, I'm a child, remember this now. And my mom being the responsible parent that she is, shout out to my mom, shout out to Miss Tanya. She said, Cameron, honey, people don't survive shootouts like that. And I was like, for real? She was like, how about this? Why don't you watch an episode of Cops and see if you like it? Because that's real. I was like, okay. So I sat there with my dad and I watched the episode of Cops and my dad is thoroughly enjoying the episode. He's watching Cops like a football game. Get his ass. That's what I'm talking. Fuck him up. And then he's enjoying this, but I'm watching the episode. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm not doing this shit. Hell no. So then I was like, okay, well, maybe the first 48 would be different because then I'll be a detective. I don't got to be in the streets. But then I started watching the first 48 and they were in Cleveland as they tend to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, hell no again. I'm stressed out watching this shit. These niggas ain't slept in 36 hours. And they didn't catch the nigga. The trail went cold.
Yeah, that's the real part.
I was like, oh my God. So I was like, what could I do that I can make a lot of money at and that I love to do? And I was like, I like talking and I'm funny. And my voice was getting deeper because now I'm like really stepping into like my late teens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And women were telling me I have a sexy voice. Or girls at the time were telling me my voice was sexy.
Word.
And so I was like, maybe I could do radio. Then like the Don Cheadle movie did it for me.
Yeah.
And they told me that if I wanted to do radio, I should do stand-up because it'll make me sharper on air.
Interesting.
So, and our shout out to WZIP, that's the radio station because I went to University of Akron, the #1 college radio station in the nation, 150,000 active listeners every week.
That's crazy.
Shout out to them. Chris Keppler, who's the manager, shout out to them. And I went over there and it was really fun. It was everything I thought it was going to be. Like I got to talk to people, I got to interact with people, I got to do what I'm doing now, just with no cursing and, lots of jokes and stuff like that.
Right.
And, then I started doing stand-up. Because like I said, they told me if I wanted to do, and I really only did it because I was trying to get better at something else. I was trying to be better at radio. But then like one of my the manager of WZIP, Chris Keppler, he was like, yo, like, I know you were like trying to like get better at radio. He was like, but people were genuinely laughing. Like you were genuinely funny. Yeah. And all I was talking about was stuff that was going on at WZIP, like the crazy calls I would get because I was the night man. I was the night shift nigga. So I was on from 7 to 10. So like if you drove home between the hours of 7 to 10 p.m. from 2017 to 2020, that was me.
That's hilarious.
I was your drive home. So
I've definitely heard you then.
Yeah, I was your drive home.
That's
I used to play Family Feud because I was bored. I didn't have nothing else to do. So I just played Family Feud. And I would like people would blow the lines up. You know what I'm saying? Like people will blow the lines up. Like I got like 45 calls in 15 minutes from people answering questions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So, and I actually won Best DJ for WZIP 2017, 2018 for WZIP. And I got nominated for the CBI Awards, College Broadcasting Incorporated 2018. I took second place, but nobody in Ohio beat me. So I can say that.
That's fair.
But anyway, so I started doing stand-up and like I just did it because I wasn't really serious about it. But then what happened was I saw Dave Chappelle's Sticks and Stones for the second time.
Classic.
And this is the one where he's in the green suit talking about, he's talking about the LGBTQ and stuff like that. Like Juicy Smollett, nigga.
Yeah.
So I saw that one and I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the pandemic happened, I really took it seriously. Like I really took it seriously, and I started doing it, and I started getting better at it. And I started in Akron.
Yep.
I started in Akron, Ohio. The first place I ever actually did stand up just to do it was in the student union, like in the like the little coffee shop area, like in the student center.
Yep.
Like that was the first place I ever actually did it. But the first place I ever did it as an adult, like a really I'm a stand-up comedian, was at this place called Versified Expressions in Akron, Ohio. Shout out to him. That was like where I really honed my performance skills.
Okay.
And it's owned by this guy named Anthony Amplified Evans, who's a poet, because I used to do that too.
Yeah.
So I used to do a lot of shit. So like that was the first place I actually did it. And he was Anthony Amplified Evans, Versified Expressions. That was my first paid show.
Oh, wow.
I got paid $50. I don't know how long I was on stage. I think he just let me rock out, but I did well.
Yeah. That's what's up. Hell yeah. So are you from Akron originally?
No, I was born and raised here. I went to school for Akron.
Got you.
In Akron.
Got you.
Because they were the only school that accepted me. So.
Fair enough.
And everybody was like, "You're from Columbus. How come you didn't go to OSU?" And I'm like, "Because I didn't have OSU grades. That's what." And the fucked up thing is, I didn't even have bad grades.
Yeah.
I just didn't have OSU grades because they was turning down white girls with 3.9s. I knew my black ass 3.2 wasn't gonna make it. White girls was crying, boohoo crying over 3.8s. I knew my 3.19 wasn't gonna make it. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna just go where I know I'm gonna be accepted.
That's hilarious.
So I went over to Akron, and it took me 6 years to graduate because I had to change majors, but I walked out that bitch with 2 degrees. So fuck y'all.
Respect.
I say that with no shame.
Respect. Shout out to the Zips.
Yeah, the Zips.
Shout out to the Zips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Northeast Ohio boy, so that's why I asked. I was like, where you from? Where you from? But yeah, you from here. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's what's up. So you do a lot of social media stuff. For those that don't know, well, normally we dive into social media at the end of this, but like that's a lot of stuff that you do. And
that's why I'm here. That's how they found me.
That's fair. No, that's true. That's actually not true. The first time I saw you was actually on stage.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. First time I ever saw you, you were on stage, and me and Neff were talking about you.
Hopefully it was good things.
It was good things.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was good things. I mean,
Brandon said, no, we fucking hate you.
Neff was definitely making fun of you, as Neff does.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember I go up to him, I was like, he's pretty solid. He was like, oh yeah, and he just like had hella jokes that were funny and goofy. Oh, yeah. But you did your impersonations that were good. You talked about.
He actually helped me critique one of those jokes.
Good. Well, here's what I'll say is good. Not that he critiqued you, that you took the critique to make yourself better.
Yeah, because the critique makes sense. Like I was telling you earlier, you can have correction without humiliation. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep. Yeah.
Especially if the critique makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense and it helps you in the long run. Yes.
And if a person like Neff is saying something to you about a joke, take the advice.
Absolutely.
Like we talk about
this nigga working with the Chappelles and Donald Rollins and the Wayans brothers. Yes. You better listen to that nigga.
Yes. And so it's funny because like we just talked about on the last episode with Lucas, we were talking about not giving unsolicited advice. However, if a certain person, like if Dave Chappelle came and gave you advice without
hey, listen
asking,
up, nigga. Damn.
Like
shit was funny, but damn, you can do better, nigga.
You taking his advice.
Yes.
Because it's Dave Chappelle.
Like if Dr. Dre tells you to rap, you should probably start rapping.
Right. Now I'm not saying that Neff is any of them, but in this city,
yeah,
take his advice.
Hell yeah.
So anywho, social media is normally what we talk about toward the end, but you have a big social media presence.
And so I got it on accident. That's the funny thing.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Tell us about it.
Well, here's the thing. I was just on social media. I wasn't really paying attention to it. But what happened was TikTok was really blowing up.
Yep.
Right. So my mom was like, Cameron, shout out to my mother. Shout out to Miss Tanya again. That's my love. That's my ride or die. That's my love. You know, I love my mom. My dad was also there because I am a black man raised by his father. That's a big stereotype. Black men do raise their families.
Yep.
And sometimes they raise kick-ass sons who are funny as shit. But anyway, so my mom was like, Cameron, you should get on TikTok because I think you're hilarious just as you are. So you could be funny on there. And I did. And lo and behold, it blew up. I got to 200K on TikTok doing a bunch of different shit. I just hit 200K, by the way. I just hit 27K on Instagram, and I'm almost at 10K on YouTube.
That's wild.
And here's how it was on accident, because I was just doing shit. And like the very first video that I had that blew up on TikTok was in 2021. I told a joke about Michael Jackson. And and ironically, Michael's been helping me go viral for years. But what happened was, the joke was, I was like, you ever realize how artists can get you to dance to songs about fucked up shit? Like, for example, have you ever heard that song Smooth Criminal?
Great song.
Like I love that song. That's my favorite Michael song. Bad is my favorite album. I know Thriller sold the most records. Y'all can have Thriller, but I think I think 1988 light skinned Michael would beat the shit out of dark skinned Michael. I really do.
Yeah, Bad is my shit.
Bad is my shit. Yeah. But anyway, but I said, you know, like, have you ever listened to that song Smooth Criminal? Mm-hmm. Like Michael sang that song so good, he made you forget that song's about a murder.
Yeah.
Like that song's about a woman being killed in her apartment. That's what that song's about. Like, listen, Annie, are you okay? Will you tell us that you're okay? There's a sign in the window that he struck you, a crescendo, Annie. He came in your apartment, left bloodstains on the carpet, means he already got through killing somebody.
Yes.
And then you ran into the bedroom, you were struck down, it was your doom. Annie, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, if you were to put those lyrics in any other context, wouldn't you be concerned? Like, that ain't no hit record. That's a CSI episode. It is. That's SVU. That was a joke.
Got you. So that being said, what keeps you making social media posts when you tired, you're annoyed, you're stressed, or it's just like this shit ain't hitting how you want it to? Like, what keeps you going on social media?
Well, for one, I love it.
Fair.
And two, I have ADHD, so like even when I do get stressed or when I do get upset, it really doesn't last long.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Because like my mind is like this. My mind is like having a whole bunch of screens open. And plus, like I said, I don't stay mad at things long, and it's really hard to stay mad at something when you love it.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love, the reaction I got. And plus, like just because it doesn't work the way I want it to right now, that doesn't mean it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So so that's what keeps me going. And I keep learning from like big social media heads. You know what I'm saying? Like Noah Ryan, who's been a huge help in helping me go viral and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my TikTok OGs, Ashley, Life in the Ash Lane. Shout out to her on TikTok. Shout out to John Cannon, even though he's very controversial, he's helped me go viral. And not that I wasn't going viral without them, because I definitely was, but like they've definitely like helped me go viral more consistently.
Yeah.
And like just listening to those people and like finding out little tricks to like make it work even when it doesn't want to work. So I'll tell you those in a minute. But like, and plus with TikTok, I'm at the point where like I'm not balling out of control, but I can definitely pay bills through it now.
That's pretty dope.
So I'm very happy about that. And listening to people like Jason Banks and Henry Allen and stuff like that. And plus, another thing that keeps me going is like, even though social media can be very negative, there is a lot of funny shit on there.
Yeah.
So like, I'll see something funny and that'll trigger my funny juices. I'm like, okay, I can do this and make this funny, or like I can do this and like,
I love that.
Yeah.
No, that's dope. You were speaking like a little bit on virality.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you you don't have to give us the whole total breakdown, but give us your thought process on how you make a video that you feel positive about going viral. Because it doesn't always go viral.
It doesn't always go viral. There are some videos I thought, I'm going to shut this down, and then it didn't. But I cried in the car and punched the air like Cuba Gooding Jr. But the thing about it is, and this is some of the game Noah Ryan taught me, is you got to look at your analytics and see when your followers are on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if the analytics say, 9, 10, 12, the 4, post during those hours.
Yep.
Another thing that's going to help you is SEO. It's called search engine optimization. So whatever you're talking about, you got to put it, and I use ChatGPT for this, put it in a way where it's going to pop up in people's search engines. And like the things that are going crazy with me right now are I did some more Michael Jackson parodies, because the latest video on my Instagram that's going viral is a Michael Jackson parody I did. It's called "If Michael Jackson Started Cursing in His Music,"
which is hilarious. I saw that one.
Yeah, I made 3 of them. It's called Michael Jackson Cursing in His Music.
Yes.
And shout out to my older brother. I'll talk about him later. Shout out to my brother Devin. He bought me like some like costumes and props.
That's
because
dope.
He started realizing that he was like he's like, you're funny as you, but like he was watching Drewski and all these other people. Like they all like the wig or like the glasses or like something that's gonna grab their attention.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, me and Devin, we work together like the Wayans.
I love that.
I love my brother. But so I put on that wig, I put on the glasses, and I was trying to put on the way you make me feel outfit. So I put on a blue dress shirt and a white top.
Yes.
And so I was trying. That's the look I was going for.
Yeah.
And so I started doing it. But like another thing is like I knew the Michael Jackson movie had just came out and it was everywhere. Yep. So I was like, I knew this would pop, and that's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was going to get 1 million views. I thought it was going to get like maybe 40 or 50K, but like it's at 1.7 now.
That's crazy.
And another thing that I tell people, I was like, listen, leave that video up. If you feel good about it and it worked, leave it up, because it may not work right now, but it may blow up like a month from now. Because I put that same video on TikTok. I put it out on TikTok first, and I put it everywhere else.
Yeah.
Because TikTok gives me the effects that I want.
Mm.
Right. So I put it out on TikTok first, and it got like 1,000 views, but it was blowing up everywhere else.
Sure.
But then I don't know what happened on TikTok. I guess the algorithm liked me that day, and now it's at 1 million views.
That's crazy.
Now all of them, all the 3 that I made, they're all over 100,000.
That's insane. So okay, so it's just like part of it is
look at your analytics. Look at your analytics.
Yep.
Look at your analytics. and search engine optimization.
Good to know. Good to know. I love that. We're taking notes too, in case y'all were curious.
Also, you try using trending sounds. Like the movie Obsession, it just came out. Have y'all seen that movie Obsession?
It's a good one.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Damn
flies are. I don't know what is happening today, man.
But yeah, but the trending sound. No, don't do that. Use the trending sounds and make it work.
Yeah.
And it's also very easy because all you're doing is just lip syncing or mouthing what they're already saying, or like you don't even have to do that. Just make it your own. Mm-hmm. It's a trending sound, so it's going to get a few thousand views. So.
Yeah, people are going to look at it.
No.
That scene is. Have you seen it yet?
You know where they got that from?
You're not gonna watch it. We're gonna protect Brandon. Don't come for Brandon. He does not watch horror movies. His imagination is too strong.
I love that shit.
And I respect it. And I love horror movies.
Hell yeah.
Obsession was
horror, brother. Hell yeah, nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
Obsession was so good.
It was good.
It was, and that scene, like, I was like,
you know where they got that from,
right? Oh my God.
They got that scene from Get Out.
Oh, that makes sense.
You remember when that black dude was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that tracks for sure. But
and Bear was a bitch ass nigga. He was a baby back bitch the whole movie. I can't stand timid niggas. You can be shy. I can't stand scared niggas.
Yeah.
I hate that.
If you're gonna be shy though, I will say this, like, don't put yourself in a place where people have to depend on you.
Yeah.
That part. Like, just be scared. Be Scooby.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Scooby-Doo is scared.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna trust.
Shaggy don't give a damn.
Shaggy don't care. He's high right now. Like, Shaggy is doing his thing to just at least get to the next blunt or I feel like he's not a blunt dude. He's a bong guy.
I feel like he's an edible nigga.
Shaggy?
No, he's a bong guy.
He's a bong guy. I feel like he probably will partake
Thelma's an edible bitch.
Thelma's edible for sure. I feel like Shaggy will do edibles, but he's a bong guy for sure. Bong and then like
machine be smoking.
Casually a vape guy. I don't know how we got to Shaggy, but I love this. I think we already talked about your first mic because you talked about it being at the Student Union coffee shop, right? Yeah.
Right where the Starbucks is.
Which is hilarious. I love that. So last like main serious question, I guess you could call it. Anybody that's starting in comedy that's relatively new and or somebody who's like interested in maybe getting started, what would you tell them?
Do it.
Yeah.
You can't learn and the only way to do it is to do it. You can't learn how to drive walking. You don't learn how to swim on land. You don't know how to fight. You don't learn how to fight outside the ring. Yeah. The only way to do it is to do it. And do it. And another thing that's going to help you is pitch your jokes out. Pitch your jokes out. Go to writing workshops. Even if you don't get on stage that night, the writing workshop is still helpful. Like shout out to the Funny Bone. I do that mic from time to time, and they have a workshop 30 minutes before the actual show gets on. And so Jesse Pimpinella, another one of my mentors, have him on.
He's been on, so is she.
Okay, yeah. Henry Allen, has he been on yet?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, his episode comes out this week.
Okay, cool.
Well, his episode comes out weeks ago that you've already seen and watched because you're a loyal fan. But in our real time, his episode comes out this Thursday.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
But yeah, go to the writing workshops. The Attic used to have a writing workshop, or just like pitch your jokes out to like people that you know and stuff like that. Because once again, my brother, that impression joke. At first I was just doing impressions. Yeah. And at first I wasn't doing impressions in my act, and he was like, and that was one of the first things I did that went viral on Facebook back in like 2016. I was like doing impressions, and so what I did was I was just like telling people to have a good day.
Okay.
And so I was like Bernie Mac, like, let me tell you motherfucking ass something. I just want to tell you have a good motherfucking day. Cat Williams. Nigga, have a good day.
I love it.
So so I did that. And the first one I did got like 50,000 views. And then the second one got like 250,000 views.
Damn.
And he was like, okay, so you do these impressions. My brother was like, okay, you do these impressions. So what you need to do is make them do something. Put them in a situation where they have to do something.
Yes.
And I went through a breakup at the time. And he asked me, he was like, he was like, why don't you do the impressions in your act? I said, because I don't know where to put them. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know where to bust out these voices. I don't know what to do. Yeah. And so then I went through a breakup. I'm not going to shout my ex's name out. But long story short, I just put them in a situation where they were breaking up with you. And that became one of my signature bits. That's like funny. Low-key. That's honestly one of my closers.
That's hilarious.
And I'm going to keep doing that bit for as long as I live. I don't care how many specials I put out because the bit is that funny.
Yes.
So like I did Bernie Mac breaking up with you. I had Cat Williams breaking up with you. I had Kevin Hart breaking up with you. I had Denzel breaking up with you. And then I did that bit in front of Neff, and he was like, okay. But he noticed that the reactions that the impressions got.
Yeah.
He said, Cam, listen, the impressions are funny, but like you want because the way the bit is going, it was like, ha ha ha, that's amazing. Okay, that was funny. Okay, that was funny. But you want it to go like this.
Yes.
So he said you should do Bernie first, then do Cat, then do Denzel.
Yes.
Because I was ending on Cat Williams.
Yeah, and you shouldn't, because less people know. Everybody knows Denzel.
Yeah.
Everybody, so that's an easy one to latch on to.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, for sure.
So you want to be single? You want to go home, huh? What you want to do, huh? You want to be in a relationship, huh? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to leave me the fuck alone. That's what I'm
That's good. No, but that's great advice, because it makes sense. One, it makes sense to like build it up. And two, it makes sense to build it up that way, because
like you want to end here.
Yes.
And that joke was ending like right here. It was starting out here and ending like right here, which isn't bad. But he was like, you want to start out here and then end right here.
For sure.
So
no, that makes so much sense. And in thinking about the people, like, I mean, I love Bernie Mac. Obviously you do too, but not everybody knows Bernie Mac like that, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Stupid. And then the same thing like with Cat Williams, like a lot of people know Cat Williams, but it's not going to hit like Denzel will.
Here's the thing. I didn't even have Cat Williams in that bit. It was really just Kevin Hart in that bit. But then Cat Williams came out with that interview, so then I put Cat in.
That makes total sense. And you should. That's exactly because you're being relevant to what's going on around you.
Yeah, and that's another thing that'll help you go viral is, stay tuned with what's happening, because you can never lose with current events.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stay up. You got to stay up. Even if it's not like pop culture, like maybe make fun of a news event. Like, like pay attention to the headline.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Now you got people watching the news to go viral. I love that. Mm-hmm. People be informed.
I watch the news to go viral. When the people that shot up that correspondence dinner, that got 40K on Instagram.
Oh, I bet it did, because everybody was already looking at it and talking about it. Yeah. See, look, pay attention and be informed so you can be funny and viral.
Also, popular TV shows that are out. My brother, he was like, man, you should do a Love Island spoof, and I was like, I refuse, because that's a girly ass show. I feel like me as a grown ass man has no business watching that shit.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, because you're gonna get views on it.
Yeah.
Just saying. We already talked about comics to have on. Who's your favorite comic in general?
My favorite comedian in general, I got a top 5. I got a top 5 everything.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle.
Number 1?
Yes, of all time. Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Bernie Mac.
Yep.
Bill Burr.
Yep.
Chris Rock.
Okay.
I like smart comedy.
Yeah.
With Kevin Hart as my 6th man.
That's fair.
Because even though he's hilarious, and people like try to play him like, oh, he ain't funny anymore. Yes, he is.
He's funny.
Yes, he is. He's just been, and I feel like that's mainly black people that do that. Like he's hilarious still, niggas. Okay,
yeah, he's funny.
He's just been on top for too long, and you're tired. That's all.
Yeah,
he's still funny, but also Cat Williams.
Yeah.
I like smart comedy, like shit that makes you think.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
And all those guys, they're hilarious, but like I gotta think.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that. Okay, best way that you deal with hecklers and or trolls of any kind, because I'm sure
I don't really have too many hecklers at my show, because I have a very big stage presence, and I'm not a little person. Like I'm a bigger dude, so like and I have a resting bitch face, and most people, like I've noticed that most people don't want to smoke with me as it is, because I used to do security with my brother, so I feel like most people don't try me as far as comedy clubs are concerned.
Yeah,
because they think I'm gonna beat them up, and I will. Nah, I'm playing. And it don't help that when I go to the attic, I'll be wearing all black. So a lot of people think I'm security anyway.
Yes. I mean, you walked in and the manager here, John, shout out John. John was like, you're looking real tactical.
Yeah, I was.
Hilarious.
And shit like that. And my brother helped me pick this out. Once again, shout out Big Bro. You feel me?
But it's aggressive. It's aggressive. Goodness. All right.
How I deal with hecklers, I have crowd work in my set. So like a lot of times I might attack them first. So like, you're very less likely to try somebody who's willing to punch you in the face first.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm quick with it, because I grew up with an older brother who used to roast the shit out of me. So like I learned to roast back, and I was in that group that in high school that was joning and roasting and stuff like that. Like, and so I just hit them back with whatever they hit me with, and so that's how I deal with hecklers. I either like hit them first, or just hit them back with whatever they hit me with and stuff like that. But trolls on Instagram and TikTok, a lot of those accounts aren't real.
Word.
Like a lot of those are bots. So a lot of times I just delete them, or depending on if I'm in a bad mood, I might just like say something crazy to them.
Word.
And like if my comment gets more likes than the original comment, then I feel like I've won.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Because I remember I made a video called "Stuff I Wouldn't Put Up in a Relationship," and I was being serious, but a lot of people were laughing at it, because I guess my delivery was funny. And so there was this one white girl who was like, just be saying, like, if you like men, like, just date a man, baby, or something like that. And I looked at her page and her aesthetic, like she's white, but she's clearly trying to be black. Like she's like clearly like has a black female aesthetic.
Yeah.
And so my comment was, keep trying to cosplay a black woman, baby. And so, and the comment under him, the comment under mine was like, you knew he was a comedian and yet you tried him anyway. And so, like, yeah. So I usually just delete it, depending on how many followers you have, because you might just be a bot. But if I look at you and I see that you're a real person, I might delete it depending on just how I feel. But like, if I'm in a bad mood, I might tear your ass up.
Dang.
I try not to let it get to me because, like, I got 200K. I have no business beef with somebody who don't even have a profile picture. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. No, that's a good point. So then keeping up with social media, we've been talking about, next question. I forgot about this one. Weirdest place that you've done a show and or a mic, and I'm going to add this on, and or filmed anything that you put on social media. So weirdest place out of all of those.
I haven't really filmed anything weird. I usually film stuff like in my house or like in my apartment or like, but the weirdest place I ever did a mic, the weirdest place I ever did a mic. No, I don't think there's really a weird place to do a comedy mic, because I feel like if everybody's there, we're all here to laugh. We understand that we're all here to laugh. There's really nothing weird about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a building is the building. You know what I'm saying? That's like asking, what's the weirdest place you ever worked out? A gym is a gym.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So
word.
It don't matter if it's a state-of-the-art gym or if it's a gym in a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But the weirdest place I ever did a show was at a family reunion in Cincinnati. And it was in a hotel lobby, like it was in like the hotel like restaurant.
Yeah.
And it was a family reunion, and it was like cool, but like they were celebrating like some 90-year-old woman's birthday party, like the matriarch of the family.
Dang.
And I did well, but like, people were eating and stuff like that. And it was weird. And it was like a whole bunch of elderly black people and stuff like that. And there was like maybe 2 or 3 people that were our age.
Oh, dang.
So I was like, all right. But luckily my jokes hit because I have an old soul. So like, growing up, me and my brother are 8 years apart. And my parents were like in their 40s when I was like 10 and shit like that. So like, there were no other kids in the house for me to play with. I was the kid. My brother was out of the house by the time I was in middle school.
Right. I think, it's funny too, thinking about that family reunion thing, is that
I got paid $250 for it. So.
You got paid. There's that. Yeah. That's that.
And they got paid.
Yeah.
They laughed and I got paid.
Right. But I'm thinking also, like, having seen you on stage, the way you tell your jokes and also the impressions that you do, those are going to hit. Those are going to hit with a larger, not a large crowd, but a larger range of a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of age at the minimum.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a pretty diverse comic. I feel like I can do a lot. Like I'm funny online. I'm funny in real life. I can do impressions. I got stage stamina. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I can do a lot. Like, I'm not arrogant, but I'm really starting to like see the greatness in my own self, which I've never really been able to do before. So
I think like one of the things that Brandon and I have talked about is there's some comics that we've seen just in general, not to call anybody out, or how did you say critique with how did you say that?
You can have correction without humiliation.
Correction without humiliation. There's a lot of comics that don't realize that they hit and kill right here in this vein of people, not realizing there's an entire spectrum.
Well, yeah,
right?
I agree with that. And my brother, shots my brother again. He said, because I was one of those people, like I only hit with certain audiences, like back in Akron when I first started. And he was like, listen, like you got to learn how to like read the room and like see where you are. He said, one thing that's going to help you. He said, when I apply for a job, I would not, if I was to apply for a job at McDonald's, I wouldn't use my NASA application.
Doesn't make
sense.
And
vice versa. And he was like, having different sets for different rooms is like having different resumes for different jobs.
That's a great way to put it.
And that'll definitely help you out because, I did a show in Marion, Ohio, and I did okay, but I didn't do as well as I wanted to do because I really didn't read the room because I didn't care, honestly. I didn't read the room and the jokes hit, but like, I was telling black jokes and it was a predominantly white crowd and my jokes only hit to like the 12 black people that were there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like there's been times where I've murdered. I did a shout out to Chuck Baraboa. Have him on the show. He's dope. He's out here, producing shows. Shout out to Jay Terry. I'm doing a show with him on the 30th of this month. Shout out to him. And like if I know that there's a whole lot of white people in the crowd, I got a whole like 20 to 30 minutes of white people shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure. Last few questions. Least favorite social media, favorite social media, and then where can people find you on social media if they don't already follow you?
Well, TikTok because it's paying me now.
Word.
Like, because I went through a phase where I was adamantly against the creator rewards program, which is like how they pay you.
Yep.
Because like whenever I would join it, my views would like decrease tremendously. You know, because I went through a phase where like I was doing movie reviews, and I was getting like 100,000 views a pop when I wasn't on it.
Dang.
And then when I got on it, I went from like 100,000 to like barely getting 800. So I was very frustrated with that.
Yeah.
So, but then I found out about SEO and search engine optimization, and I was like, that's why I was getting all the views, because I was doing movie reviews on popular movies.
Yes.
So like I was doing Bruce Almighty, then it was Friday, then it was Why Did I Get Married, then it was a whole bunch of Tyler Perry, because I had a large black female audience. And they were requesting that I would do reviews on the movies that they liked.
Right.
So I did a lot of Tyler Perry movies. I did Eve's Bayou. I did Precious, and they was getting like 500,000 to 1 million every pop. So then when I would like do a sketch about something silly or random or just talk some shit, it would get like 800 views because I wasn't talking about nothing.
Yeah.
And you got to be self-aware if you're going to do this. Like you can't just even though the algorithm can be a bitch sometimes,
sure,
you cannot, you got to take accountability, bro. Like sometimes you just aren't funny. Sometimes the shit just isn't funny. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It can't be the algorithm. It can't be the audience every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing stand-up comedy, I'm gonna answer your question, but
no, you're fine.
Especially in like stand-up comedy, if everybody else did well, but you're the only one that sucked, that ain't the crowd's fault. That's you.
Yeah.
That's like taking a test and everybody else passed but you, and then you want to blame the teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You got to be accountable. But my favorite one is TikTok. My least favorite one, I wouldn't even say least favorite one, is probably I would say probably X, because I don't really use it a lot.
Sure.
I honestly forgot I had it, and but my second favorite one is Instagram, because that's where I get a lot of the headlines, the news from. Like that's how I found out about the Michael movie. That's how I found out about no. So
yes. No, I love that.
But you can get a lot of news from Twitter too.
Yeah.
So
so then the last question go with that. Where can people find you if they don't already follow you?
Well, if you don't already find me, if you don't already follow me, which you should, don't be racist. No, if you don't already follow me, what you should, you can follow me at Instagram, Cameron Steele Comedy, Facebook, Cameron Steele. You can follow me on YouTube, Cameron Steele Comedy. You can find me on TikTok, Cameron Steele Comedy. You know, you can just find me anywhere. Follow me, support. You know what I'm saying? If you find me on Facebook, leave a star, like leave a bonus gift. Instagram, leave a star, leave a bonus gift. You know, that's the best way to support me, is through follows and dollars. Because I'm broke.
Same.
We broke out here.
Because we need some sponsorships, but
we do. I had a sponsorship when I first started. It was like Gizmo. It was like a TV recommendation app, but they paid me like $175 when I first got on, like in 2022.
We need sponsors.
Yeah.
But and then event. Last question before we get out of here. Events, shows, whatever you got going on after September 3rd, which is when this episode will air.
I don't know if I have anything just yet.
Okay.
But I'm still going to be making content. I'm pretty sure I'll come up with something.
For sure. No, I love that. And if there is anything and you and something comes up, let us know. We could easily put that on the bottom.
Definitely.
That's easy work. But dude, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me.
For sure, dude.
Hopefully this was a great interview.
Yeah. Finally got you on in your tactical gear.
Oh yeah, my tactical gear.
But shout out to you for being on. Thank you so much to Rehab Tavern for hosting us as always. This was dope, as always. And shout out to Brandon for taking care of us. This is First Mike. Next up, we got a wonderful, amazing guest. He's sitting in the corner whispering to the manager right now for some reason. But anyways, watch the next episode. It'll be dope. Play the music.
Play the goddamn music.